Facebook, different forum sites, they're going crazy over it. They're like, what is it? What is it? What is it? First things first, my name is Kenneth Burton. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and our platform under Cardboard PC Kingdom. Well, hopefully, Cat does not get behind me and trip and kill me. Tackle! Please. His toys are right behind me. I got to move his toys because they're in the way over there. I want to put them back when we're doing a recording right now. We're calling it FLE Contrast Shifting Cinematic. That's what we're calling it. Lord bless us with the name, we're going to call it. And this is a really interesting technology. It has the ability to shift contrast levels, which means that projector has 1,000:1 in a fully lit environment. All the light we have in here, the screen's able to absorb. It's able to pick up beautiful colors. It doesn't wash out. It doesn't fade, but it picks up this really insane contrast level. Now, we had these before under ambient light rejection under blue technology. This one's a lot different because we're doing this in commercial, and the FLE is allowing the screen to be maintained, but that shifting technology has been advanced and it's allowing this screen to be able to read an insane contrast level. It's not 100% black, it doesn't have the Infinity 1 attached to it, but it's mimicking it very, very and extremely well. So, we're going to take this off first. We got a surface right next to it. Move this over a little bit more. Now, if you look at both of these surfaces, you would think they're both the same. They're not. One is actually completely different from the other one. Completely different. I just showed a few people who came up here and they were like, what kind of freaking hocus pocus magic trick did I just watch? I'm like, no, dude, this is like a real thing. Real thing. Like, this stuff is, this contrast shifting, this stuff right here is amazing. So they look at the both screens, right? Look at both of them. They look at exactly the same. Get away from the projector so my body's not in the way. See that? Now, watch this. They're two different. This thing is shifting on a level that even the shifting technology we had at that particular time couldn't do. It couldn't pick it up on that like that level. If you sat another screen next to it, a black screen next to it, it would be able to tell one from the other. This one can basically mimic one where you can set it right next to it and it can come up extremely close. I mean, extremely close. That is freaking insane. So I had a guy who came up here to see it. He was like, what in the world? How is that? And I said, well, look, we literally can't explain how it's done, but we can show that it does exist. Because the Lord hasn't filled me on that yet. But this product right here, this one right here, was made from leftover products that we had. Now, we make little sample tests. We do on surfaces for basically for testing. I already had to clear that with them. We're not making tons of paint and pushing out through here because I'm going to get in trouble. But we make little samples, and that's it. They allow us to do authorization to take 32s. We can. That's the highest we can go. And that's what we do 32s. But other than that, they're just so fascinated by everything we design. The guy was like, you know what, whatever you need to do, just do it. Because they're just we want to be the ones known in this building on the map that this is where this technology started from. And this changes a lot. And the reason why it changes a lot because usually we have to develop super ultra dark screens in order to pick up the Infinity 1 contrast levels and stuff like that. Still, there's going to be a lot of testing involved because, again, how does it work on projector mapping applications, different types of projectors where we drop the lumens. We're at 25, so we drop it at 1000, it's going to be a reaction to 1000 or the reaction to ultra short throws. It could reaction to that. There's so many different things I have to know. What about certified screens, stuff like that? But the fact that it's allowing itself to be able to pick up that contrast levels means that the fact that we may almost be on the verge of being able to do this a white screen. Because a white screen picks up the ultimate highest white level. And if we could figure a way how to get a shifting technology to work on a white surface, man, it is freaking unbelievable. And then incorporate the ad tech into that, that is truly would be the best projection screen on the planet. As you can see, two different. And I got it already. I got it a dozen times a day. Chameleon paint, chameleon paint, chameleon paint. I used to build PCs with chameleon back in the day. You know, when you take a PC, you strip it out down to nothing, take everything apart, you prime it all down, and then you paint it with chameleon, which is pretty cool because you can move around and screen change different colors. We used to do monitors like that. We just got the flat screen monitors, take the entire monitor, pull all the guts out, all the parts and everything, lay it down, and then go in and re-prime the entire frame and coat that with chameleon, so that way your monitor would actually match your PC. So we did some crazy stuff way back in the day. Now stick this right next to this, side by side. Oops, and boom. That's what's crazy. That it can mimic that close. It can mimic it. So the shifting technology is what we've been studying to accommodate screens that have really difficult times picking up. Well, not other screens. It would be, yeah, it would be only our technology because it would be for us. Now, shifting technology is on complete hold. It's locked the freak down. Guess what? Investors, people I'm doing business with, this ain't stepping foot out of nowhere. They're gonna lock this thing down and throw a patent on top of the thing, a patent pending, and lock this thing down, because this thing has the ability to alter and change other screens technology. And when you have something like that, then it has to be locked in. We got a trademark coming in. We have the new company's name, and technology that's being engineered is being locked in now. So they're contacting. We got to kind of contact a patent attorney. We need one here so badly. I swear we need to get a patent attorney in here. We get a patent attorney here. I am a happy guy at the end of the day. Lord, bring us a patent attorney in here, because that'd be amazing. Because then I can tell them I talk to about how we do this and how we do that. That'd be amazing. All right, so let's show you some of the cool, how beautiful the image comes off of this thing. And I did the black paint. That right there, it's crazy just trying to explain it, but man, God's blessings are absolutely amazing. That's not the crazy part. Just imagine just seeing this happening. This is why when somebody made a statement and said that, oh, I have to, no, this is not something where I wake up in the morning and I go, well, there we go. It's not a woe is me situation. I enjoy what I do. Just because it may be rough for some other people doesn't mean it's rough for us. I love what I do. I get a chance to hear the Lord talk to me. And when I'm doing this, he's even more closer to me. When he talks to me, he tells me, I can hear him directly telling me, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. This is how you're going to advertise this. This is how you're going to display that. So and so and so and so and so. When I'm in business meetings, he's already in there communicating with me. He's telling me that, okay, this is what you say. This is how you say it. So and so and so. He'll tell me information on people that I'm working with. He'll literally say, okay, this person is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wolf in sheep's clothing. That person you can trust. That's the beautiful thing about having Christ in your business. So why would I be bothered or be upset or be forced into doing something that I don't want to do when I'm with the one who basically saved my life every day? Even when I walk down the street, same thing with the computers. When I'm building the computers, we're building them out of boxes now. And I got these RGBs that came in, and I haven't built a PC in a very long time, and I'm confused now. I'm very confused. Like, wait a minute, how are we hooking this up? Because we don't have 3 pins, we don't have 4 pins, we don't have Molex. It's like, how is this thing coming together? And I got a conjunction box with one of them where they plug into a box. And as I'm walking down the street, the Lord is breaking it down. He's showing me this fan and that fan and this one. And he's showing me everything connects. Everything goes good. You're going to put that here, 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 here. That's going to connect to there. And boom, that's how you do it. When I got back and put the whole thing together, just like that. Now I'm RGB everything. I'm wiring strips and cutting them and resoldering them and designing my own RGB strips and running it through the motherboard and running it through power supplies and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what God will do for you. God won't only give you a blessing, but he'll give you the advancement to be able to keep that blessing, no matter what. And look how beautiful the image is. Look, where's my projector sitting at? Mine's a $50 projector. That's $50 right there. Fully lit environment, $50 projector, no calibrating, nothing. None of our technology requires it. This is the gunmetal technology. These things are super dark. This would be the darkest gunmetal we've ever engineered. The darkest. And it has shifting capabilities in it. Now, I don't know the level this one has, apparently, but this one actually is way different. But this one does have a shifting capability, so we can pick up a heavier contrast level, especially when we're dealing with screens that are gunmetal. Woo! It's a taco bouncing back and forth. Look at this. Just by walking, it's separated that fast. I hate these floors. Got to get rid of these. Should have went with. This is why you listen to God. Don't go on your own, don't trust in your own insight. And that's what I did. I went with these cheaper ones thinking that, hey, I'm going to save some money. And then basically go through this nonsense. Notice I go with the original ones you purchased. And I didn't. So now you reap what you sow. So, yeah, I'm going to just get some more. Do it all over again. But look at the color of that. Look at the color. And mind you, my projector, with our settings here, we're still, excuse me, Taco, why are you in the wrong place at all times? See right here? Everything is in 0. Whisper, which means whisper, and Chrissy's is eco. I've had a few people contact me who had Chrissy projectors, and I'm like, hey, look, I want to put it in eco mode. Where is it? Can't find it. And I said, it's in whisper. That's whisper and Chrissy's. Now, this projector is 4,000. But once it reaches whisper mode, which is eco mode, it drops down to 25. So we're at 25. When I did the video, I was wrong. I thought it was 28, but no, it's actually 2,500 lumens. That's what we're traveling at. And from the distance from here to here, roughly 13 feet. And again, in the max out zone, as we see the light we have here, our meter. The sensor to go up. There we go. As you can see, meter doesn't read. If I take my hand and cover it, meter picks up, showing it's working. Take away, meter does not read. So we're in an environment at 2,500 lumens traveling from A to B under this lighting. Yeah, that's going to get ripped up pretty bad by the time we make it to the screen. Now, if you're wondering what the giant wall is, right here, we got a gamer screen paint coming out. That thing is going to be absolutely insane. We can't wait to put that. It's going to cover this whole entire wall. And we're going to be doing more on this particular technology. We're going to be developing 2 of them. This one, another one. And then probably when we get past all the other screens we're working on, get past all the screens we're working on, then we'll develop 2 more. How many are in this collection? I say roughly the same thing as the color quasars. Color quasars have like 60 of them in theirs. This has quite a few. Can run by. Get the zoomies. Get the zoomies. Question mark tail. Come on, question mark tail. The tail actually hangs like a question mark when he walks around. It's question mark tail. Look at the menu. Comes up in black. And I'm talking about no ash, nothing to it. 8K desired nature. Sometimes I wonder. It should pick up anyway. Man, that is one huge freaking bear. Jeez. I never get over how big bears are. It's a big bear. You know, bears weren't meant to be vicious animals. You can tell, look at them. Man just kind of messed up. That's bottom line. So, but you look at the creatures. They weren't made to be vicious animals. If you look at bears, wolves, all that stuff, they were made to be cuddle creatures. Unfortunately, the fall of man pretty much kind of started that fiasco. But yeah. How can something so cute be so murderous? But yeah, they weren't made to be that way. If they were, they would have huge, massive horns, and they'd breathe fire, and you would know it was something you weren't supposed to go near. All right, let me see what we got going on here. Let's get that black makeup. All right, here we go. Yeah, that is insane. And then the shifting technology. Not only is it reading, it's reading at multiple levels. If you look at the one with the black makeup, again, look at the background. The background's dark, right? It's black. And the makeup, it's another shade of black. So it's picking up multiple shades. Because my buddy was looking at it, he was like, you're picking up multiple shades of black. Did you have time to even look at that? Because I was so excited when he came to, you gotta see this. And you're like, what the heck? I thought, you check this out. They're on the floor, he's like, oh, that's not possible. I said, yeah, it is possible. It's called contrast shifting technology. We had it a long time ago, but this stuff is far more advanced than what the other stuff was. And I said, yo, it is picking up multiple shades. Like, you're picking up multiple shades of black. I got people right now saying, we want it now, we can't give it to you. We have so much testing. And this is what I talk about by products that are not properly tested. I can't say that enough. I swear, it puts a bee in my bonnet every time I got to bring that up. Be in my bonnet. That's an old saying. That when I see products that are not properly tested, you should literally have at least 60, 70, 80 videos just pumping out testing. Like the reaction, when people are asking, can we sell it now? If I sell this now, there could be a number of things that could go wrong. It could have a bad reaction to ultra short throws. It could have a bad reaction to pico projectors. How do we know how that's the lowest lumen count we can run off of it? What if it doesn't read outside in any way whatsoever and has problems with that? It could deteriorate in the rain, cold weather, heat could crack, peel, whatever can happen up. It might not work with a motorized projection screen. You roll it up, motorized projection screen can get stuck, it can get sticky, anything can happen at the end of the day. So we have to be to test it to make sure it's working. What type of surfaces can we paint it on? It's a whole lot of questions. If I throw it at a distance though at 1,000 lumens and I put it up on a white surface, which one's going to give us the more superior white level? Or is the screen going to become so dark that it can't pick up at all because the lumen count is lower, there's much light in the environment, and the screen may require a certain lumen count in order to kick? See? All that stuff. And that's not even the end of it. Projector mapping applications. If someone uses projector mapping applications, how it's going to work. Can it read the contrast levels versus a gray screen versus a white screen? See what I mean? So by the time we go through ultra short throws, long throws, pico projectors, venue projectors, low lumen projectors, distance throw, white surface and black surfaces and all this stuff against the screen, you should be roughly somewhere in the range of maybe between 50 to 60 videos in testing. And the fact you don't have that raises massive flags. Because then when we come down here, everything I just mentioned, we will literally do to your product. And I have gotten messages from people saying, hey, look, we don't want to go against any certified. Well, we do go against certified. We don't want to be in ambient light environments. But we do go in ambient light environments. That's what we play in. We specialize in that field. That's why I tell people at the end, do not write checks you can't cash. Because if you're challenging a technology that can operate in an environment like this with no problem, and you can't, this is a screen you should never be challenging. If I saw a screen out there before we got the ad tech, and I saw a screen out there absorbing sunlight, you think I'm going out there to challenge that thing? Oh, heck no. Because I know what happened. I wouldn't have a snowball chance in HE double hockey sticks of taking that thing on. I got to stay in my lane. I got to stay in my lane here where everything is working fine. I'm not going over there. Not until I got something at least I know that I can take it with. But other than that, no, we stand far away from that. But you got people out there that pretty much, well, they'll go out there and run out in the minefield with magnetic boots. You heard that term? Running out in the minefield with magnetic boots? You're kind of asking for it. So you're like, click, like, man, can't pretty much at the end of the day get upset about that because, you know, you're wearing magnetic boots out in the minefield, you know, put one and one together, you're going to get two, and eventually two is not going to be a nice one. So you got to stay within your field. But people do that because they see our technology and they figure, hey, this is a way for me to get my product on the market, which I find interesting because if they're trying to use our technology to get noticed, then how the freak are we supposed to be the scammers? How does that work? If we're frauds and we're fakes, but yet people are mimicking and taking our what do you call it, specification sheets and using it for their own. They're taking our labels and our pictures and using it for their own, but yet we're supposed to be this person. I don't think I would want to copy off the kid in class that has the lowest grades. That means I'm going to fail. I'd rather copy off the kids with the smartest grade because that means I got a chance of passing the class. So it's like they want to be us, but they want to hate us. Well, you know what? I really don't care. You know why? Because we got a whole different type of technology at our fingertips. And I love the way the Lord works because the Lord sees people out there attacking his blessings. And he says, you know what? I'm going to put them on another level. I'm going to put them on a level and have them scratching their heads. And that's what he does. That's why we had that screen absorb that sunlight and push that image out. I'm going to put them on a level and have them scratching their heads. I'm going to show them at the end of the day that I'm God. Lord is not the type of person or being or whatever it is. At the end of the day, I say super being, whatever it is, we're not him. Is that even doing anything for you? So, I don't know what he's doing over there. Like he's trying to start a car or motorcycle. Like he hit it. But anyway, he's not the kind of person that is going to give out his blessings to his servants and then have his blessings be made a mockery and a laughing stock. So remember this. I want you to remember this. Those of you who entertained it and those of you who kept it going, if I were you, I'd get on my knees and I'd repent. You were messing with something you had no idea, you had no business messing with. You took a blessing that my Lord gave me way before I even met you guys. And those who also entertain it besides people were involved in it, we know other people were involved in it too besides them. And you went in and you tainted and tried to destroy his blessings. Now, I'm going to give you a question real quick. Now, if you saw God, God comes down and you see him face to face, would you curse him out? Would you spit on him? You wouldn't, because that'd be instant death, wouldn't it? You're talking about your existence is sitting right in front of you. The reason why you breathe, you function, your heart works, and all that stuff. That's the reason why you're here. The reason why you're here on this earth and you have the ability to last another day is because of him. So you're gonna get down on your knees, on your face, and you're gonna submit because he is all knowing, all God, and even every part of your body knows this. It's not. You have no way to fight how powerful he is. Every part of your body knows what he is. You would break down and just start crying because it'd be overwhelming on how powerful he is, and you know this. And then yet you went out and you attacked one of his Christians, his servant. You attacked them. And you took the very blessings that he gave to me and you did that with it. Now I got to think about that. And everything you said against me, and the Lord heard it. Oh, they're saying my servant's blessings. My blessings I gave to my servants. They're saying that it's fake. It's a scam. It's a ripoff. They're attacking his family. They're attacking him. And you know why? Because they're the devil. Devil does that. Devil goes all out. He attacks everything. Just attacks, attacks, attacks. And for Christians, you got to learn to stand strong. You have to. There are days you're going to get upset and angry. Yes, it's going to happen because you're human at the end of the day. But you have to stand strong to the Lord because the Lord's got your back. Now, I'm watching them crumble. I'm watching them run. And I'm watching the Lord come in and say, my good servant, here you go. I got a blessing for you. But their hands are not being blessed. Again, God has not blessed the hand of the wicked. The devil is the one who curses the hand of the wicked. But the Lord is the one who blesses the hand of the strong and the Christian man at the end of the day. We have a whole different form of technology staring us in the face that's going to change so many things on so many levels. And I can hear the Lord right now saying, but we're not done yet. I still got more to give you. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't have to put this on a portrait. I need a portrait of this. I gotta have a portrait. We got a portrait. We do a portrait right there. I got these boxes stacked here because I gotta do something with them. Oh, and yeah, we had to remove the watch. I removed it because I'm in here like, where's the client going to sit at? We have no place for the client to sit at. No place in here. So yeah, that had to go for the client. Because I got to bring something in here. So I'm kind of online looking at cyberpunk chairs, something really cool. Because I want something, this whole area is going to be done with cyberpunk. The wooden tables drive me nuts. I tell you, I have no idea how much the wooden tables drive me nuts because I want to put my own table in. So yeah, we're going to do a skin screen. I'm working on that. A screen that's made with the kind of a skin material. We're kind of working on some crazy stuff that can cover the table. So that's what we're working on. And also too, we're working on also too the advertising technology. Just ad tech's involved in that for showrooms. We're working on that so we can have those tables they have. They charge so much for those tables. They're unbelievable how expensive those things are. Just to have your name across the banner, it just says your name and nothing. But imagine putting a whole commercial up there. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So that's where ad tech comes in. Because ad tech can generate really high environments, and that'd be perfect. But this technology right here, look at that. That's it. I still can't get over this. I can't get over it. Well, now it's picking up like that. I'm gonna grab my mouse. He's gonna grab the mouse keyboard. I still want to do a smaller PC, a smaller fish tank with the ad tech. I'm still gonna do it, just not on a larger scale. Because I still want to do that paint job. That paint job that came looking so amazing. Definitely want to do that. So I want to build a smaller version of it. Meanwhile, we got to talk about that right there. That's turned out into something crazy. It's turned into something crazy. It evolved into something completely crazy. So we got so much going on. I'm so excited. Like, we want to show you off this, but you got to see what's going on with this thing with Carver PC. We completely built something, a different restructure on how we're going to design. Oh, man, it's going to be freaking amazing. I can't wait to show you. All right, people. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I got to rush. I got to pick up some things. We'll come back on here. We got to do the 1,000 projector. We got to check this thing on an ultra short throw. And even though my lamp on ultra short throw is dying, but we got another one coming in. We paid $50 for. $50 Dell ultra short throw projector. And yes, that's one of the things I want to do. There's a couple of YouTube channels I do want to bring up. And one of the YouTube channels I want to do is one on knockoff projectors. But we also want to do one on basically helping the customer being able to, let's put something on real nice and put down something in place for a bit. Tropical fish, 4K. So one of the problems is people navigating through eBay. They don't know what to buy and what to get. And we've bought a lot of stuff off eBay, a lot of stuff. So we pretty much are pretty well known with testing and buying this and buying that. So I got merchants out there I do business with. I help them, with their companies or business, what they're doing. I have good projectors out there, and I advise customers who have never bought a projector, go buy one of them, because this projector cost me $50. That cost me $10. That's it, $10. That's $75, and the ultra short though over there is $60. So my goal this year is to, I'm doing a budget challenge for me. I'm keeping my projector buying at $200. That's it. That's all I can spend. The highest I can spend is $200. I can do this at $200. I can show a track record to the end of this year. 2026. I'm a full year of doing this. That I was able to go out and buy projectors off eBay at under $200 and was able to perform in commercial environments with it. Where today you see people coming in with these high-end, super expensive projectors, and they're in these commercial environments, but still they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, especially with all that power. So the consumer buys these projectors, and then they find out they can't have the lights on. They have to calibrate, and colors are not coming right. Contrast is failing, and this costs them a lot of money. And then they contact us because we help them with the problem. So we want to start something called budget projectors, where we go and we buy a lot of these projectors. We do unboxings. The merchant, we buy from them. We're going to have a list. We're going to put all our good merchants on. We can actually go to them and them only to buy from. And already you can see from the door that it automatically works with the product. Like this right here, the Christie LW400. We used these before. So we advise people to buy that projector right there, which is going to cost them $50. They could do this on our screen paint. And with this on the screen paint, how much money they save? This is $200. Well, we don't have a price for this one yet. This one, we have for this one. This one's around $224 for a 16 ounce. It paints up to 106 inches. And if you saw this one took out a $7,000 screen. So with that being said, they buy $50 for a projector, $10 for a projector, and with the product we have here at $224, think about how cheap that is than paying something between $3,500, $3,000 for a projector, maybe $5,000 for a screen, $3,000 for a screen. And if you were to get a gray screen paint at $60, you still spent a lot of money for the projector to fix what the screen paint can't do. Still stuck in the dark with it either way. So with that, having that budget projector, whole system set up, we can go in, get projectors that you may be afraid to buy, test them against our screen paints in fully lit environments, no manipulating the environment, dark environments, all that nonsense to fool you that you're getting something that you're not. And then we can say, hey, look, this projector here goes with this screen, and this projector here we test on that screen, this projector and that screen. And that way we can help the consumers to go out and spending all this money for the expensive projector. They can walk over, get one for $50 to $100, see how it reacts on our screen paint in a fully lit environment, save them a ton of money. And that takes out all the headache of sitting there doing all that research, and I've done it before, to buy a projector to find out it's not going to do exactly what you thought it was going to do. We do all the guesswork for you. And that's the beautiful thing about our technology. It takes older machines, like we have back there, and it gives it brand new life. As I said before, there's nothing wrong with these old machines. The problem what you have with projectors today, they keep advancing them and advancing them and advancing them. And I go back and I look at the promo demonstration from the P1 to the P2, and I was like, they're both in the same darkened demonstration. They are all in the same dark demonstration. Yep. I got an Epson projector. I'm bringing in ultra short though. $35. $35. It's an old model too. I've been using them before. And a lot of my demonstrations, tabletop displays and everything. $35. Storage units don't get filled. We'll be buying a lot of projectors. Then we're going to do one for the knockoff projectors. We're going to buy those dinky knockoff projectors. What if my friend, I got a friend who works, no, that'd be doing too much. But still be kind of fun to watch. Like a hydraulic crush. We throw stuff in there, just crush it like, crush. So we can crush the projectors. But then again, nah. And ain't like they got mercury in the lamps or anything, because again, they're like LEDs. So yeah, LEDs. I just love this. This is absolutely amazing. I can't believe we're blessed to have this technology. We've had, like I said, we've had it with the blue, but not on this level. Look at the reflection and all that. Mind you, projectors still whisper. We're 2,500 lumens. And somebody's saying, well, you're 4,000. No, we're actually 25 because we're in whisper mode. And we're still in our factory settings. So the only thing the customer has to be able to deal with is keystone and that's it pretty much. Unless you have somebody had the projector and they had it sitting upside down, then you have to go in and change that. Oh, God is absolutely amazing. Foxes do well, don't they? They're holding my projector up. But yeah, we got to get a seat here. I need a seat here. If I get a seat here, it's perfect. You know why? They can see this screen and they can see this screen. This is going to be on ultra short throw projector. This is going to be on short throw to do the 235.1 whole spread. Because we need to do the whole 235.1. And I got to come in and do a touch-up job so this all blends in. Because this is not done yet. I have to do a touch-up job so this blends in nicely. See how this has a little bit farther out here? We got to paint all this in so it all blends in nicely. Then we're going to do a laser trace. It comes from here, and it's going to have a kind of a design back and forth, and it's going to push back through here. It's like a pulse trace. And then from here, all the way from here, this is going to have a 9-foot halo system put in, where it's going to push like right down on top of the screen. So this is not even nowhere near done yet. Still got work to do with this. And then the big screen we have over here, this is going to be a massive 150-inch gaming screen. Yeah, it's going to be insane. And it's going to have that laser trace pushing all through it. And the laser trace is going to feed back into this. Like they're all going to be chained together. It's going to feed into here. It's going to trace to the floor lightly, come up around the LED lights, like it's like a little mind of its own, trace on it, and boom, hit the desk, and the whole desk is going to fire up. Yep, I'm going to do something pretty cool with that laser trace. Look at this. When I first saw this environment, I was so happy. I was like, oh my goodness, there's so much light in here. Look at the black screen. That's right, black screen. Look at the gunmetal screen. I'm used to being on a black screen. Look at the gunmetal screen. And look how much light hits in here. All right, people. I got to go. I got to go get some stuff real quick. We got to come back and we got to talk about this PC build over here. This thing is different. It's much different. And I don't want to combine the two together. And we are working on a gaming. We're going to. Okay, Pittsburgh, I'm so excited right now. I'm sorry, you can hear the energy in my voice, but I'm just really excited about what's going on right now. What we're doing, everything we're working on, God's talking to me, everything's coming together nicely. And I know the naysayers are hating this so much, but I'm sorry. Look, at the end of the day, when you're hating on this, that's Satan in you right now. That's the devil in you right now. And again, I told you from the beginning. I told you from the beginning that you can't stop us. You can't take anything from me. Because my Lord told me so. That's why. My Lord told me that you can't do anything to me. On days where these people would be stalking me and attacking my family. And I go, Lord, why are these people allowed to do this to us? And the Lord said, don't worry about it. They can't do anything to you. Nothing to you. It's interesting when you think about it on why sometimes the Lord allowed things to go on. It's because, number one, he's teaching you and strengthening you and putting you through a different version of Christian boot camp. But at the same time, he's also preparing the table for those who committed these crimes and have carried on for their next level of learning. Which means that the option will come up. It will come up whether you take the Lord's side or you take the devil's side. It will come up. But in that option, you will be in complete chaos in the process, like I had to go through. And that's when the option will come. Whether you take it or not, it defies your fate of the rest of your life. And I'm not talking about rest of your life here on this planet. I'm talking about eternal life on the other side. So as you see, his plan works. They can't touch you. The devil can't touch you. People that are working with the devil, they can't touch you. And many times they snare and snap their teeth. They can't touch you because the Lord protects you right there. He's got you. He's got you right here. He's got you. But the people that are committing these crimes and are carrying on at you, the Lord sees them. The devil is entertaining and he's trying to get them. The devil already knows that he can't touch you. He knows from the door he can't touch that Christian. He can't touch him. But he knows at the end of the day, but he can get him to carry on enough that he can get him in enough trouble so he can touch him. And the Lord's calling and telling you, you may want to stop doing this because the devil is coming after you and you don't see him. He is going to T-bone and blindside the daylight side of you. Will never see it coming. And by then it's too late. You're in that situation already. Sometimes the Lord allows for us to go through that prosecution stage so we become stronger to deal with that demon that's coming at us. But also too, by doing that also too, he's giving these people that are attacking us that opportunity to be saved. Because that's what happened to me. I was in the same direct scenario, except for I was the one that was the attacker on this side. And these people on this side were the ones that were the victim. And the devil used me to try to attack them, and I didn't harm any of them. Not one of them ever got harmed. Not one. I took all the damage. I took it all. Everything I tried didn't touch them one little bit. Not a thing. Nothing happened to them. I thought I was doing damage. I did nothing. And I'm sitting there holding myself thinking, I did all that for nothing. I had messed my life up for nothing. See? I played that game already. That's why I know it. I know it all too well because I played it. I was on both sides of the coin. That's how I know. And I see the same thing unfolding right in front of me right now. It's like seeing something like that Final Destination where you saw it happen and you're watching the whole thing come together. Like, oh, shoot. I've been here before. I've seen this before. I know where this is going to end up at. I know where it's going to end up at. So that's why I said at the end of the day that all that you do against me, you can't touch me. Just like all that I did, I couldn't touch those people. Everything I tried. But in the long run, yeah, I got myself in a situation where the devil wanted me at too. And the option came up when my mom came in and gave me the Bible. The option came up whether to choose which side. And the demon was talking to me, by the way. Oh, yeah, he was talking to me. He was definitely talking to me. Now I'm talking cartoon voice or whatever. No, that boy, whatever he was in that other holding cell, turned around and looked right at me and started speaking differently. And I was like, oh, I know what it was from the door. I know for the door. I know what it was. Thank God I was in the same cell with it when it happened. But anyway, yeah, it was a turning point in my life right there. But yep. So as you can see, everything that they tried to do to me, they're in turmoil. Their sites are shutting down. Their businesses are not selling. They're not being blessed. And here we are. We're blessed with this amazing technology. God is blessing our hands, and He has so much more for this. So much stuff. I can't wait to show you that the Lord is blessing us to have. We're working on physical screens. I like cardboard. I'm obsessed with cardboard. And I'm actually working on a cardboard outdoor screen that's completely eco-friendly. The form is eco-friendly. The cardboard is eco-friendly. It's completely weatherproof. You can have it outside in the rain and snow and whatever. I'm testing stuff on that. That'd be fantastic to have in a garden. To have a projection screen in your garden that's made out of cardboard. And you can put all kinds of beautiful flowers around it, like these PCs we built out here. We put all these different designs on it. Imagine having a cardboard screen out in your garden that you can have these plastic flowers just blossoming around this beautiful screen, and you can sit out there and watch movies on nature, whatever you want, and a screen that's completely eco-friendly and safe for everything around you. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. That's the kind of stuff I like at the end of the day. Thinking way outside the box. Or, you got a milk carton, right? Milk cartons are made out of cardboard. They hold liquid. But wouldn't it be cool if you built an entire PC where the reservoir system was actually made out of cardboard? Especially if it was, wait a minute. Sorry, got something I'm going to say right now. That would be amazing. See, now that would be crazy. All right, hear me out. A PC that looks like a breakfast table. But the cardboard box is a reservoir system. And the milk that pumps in and out of it, which it'll be white because you can make white antifreeze or liquid or water where you can have whatever to cool the system down. That would all be milk, like pushing through the system and all. And we can literally do the entire outside shell of it in different cereal boxes. It'll all be a PC. That'd be crazy. That'd be sick. That definitely would be sick. there is a way to actually build a bowl, literally a bowl. We could build a bowl that looks like a cereal bowl at top. We can have the PC right here in the middle, and then we can have a system around it that allows like a reservoir system. It allows for that liquid to pump up, but it doesn't basically hit the video. My brain thinks so much on different levels. It's hard for me to concentrate sometimes. The cereal, so it's not hard to understand. It's kind of like, okay, right here. So this right here, imagine that's the bowl. That's the for the PC, right? And then all right here, this is right here, the outside. It's the outside, right? This is all in cartoons and stuff. And the motherboard sits right here in the middle. So basically, this circle right here that looks like cereal that's on top of your motherboard. Of course, we have to figure out a way how to make these cases that fit over top the motherboard so we can decorate that to blend into the interior. This is made to look like cereal. Got a big spoon sticking out of it right here. But around here, around the bowl itself, it's like it's another like a reservoir around it that's clear. Now the bowl on the outside, basically you can't see through, but this part you can see through. So when that liquid cooling system pushes through, it fills all this up and it pushes it right back out here through a reservoir system over here. So it looks like there's actually milk around the cereal when actually it's in a different chamber where it can't touch the motherboard. It's like a chamber within a chamber, except for that chamber basically gives the illusion that there's milk around the cereal. Isn't that pretty cool? Sounds insane, doesn't it? But yeah, it's possible. Just like this stuff right here. This is the stuff that bit it in my head when I'm sitting like, we can build out of cardboard. We can put this thing together. Oh, I can't wait to show you this. This is going to be an insane build because again, the motherboard's different. And then on top of it, we made our own ice cube stands and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to be putting this together today, that together. We got fans coming in for this one over here. We got to do a driver system for this one to get this up and going. But that thing is going to be insane. So what's this going to be? It's going to be a mech docking station for mechs. So we're going to have sections, you see mechs being repaired and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to hook that up really cool. So anyway, let's get back to this. I got to go. I got some stuff I got to pick up. I got some stuff we want to show you really quick. And the new technology we're developing that I'm sorry if I got on camera a few times and said, hey, we're going to charge a lot. We're not doing that. We're not charging a lot of money. And we got people saying, well, you charge $200 and $300. You have to understand, we don't test. We don't put ourselves on the level of gray and white paints. We don't. Not even, I don't care if it's Fox. I don't care who it is. We test certified. That's the reason why we can get that payout, because at the end of the day, I can show that I can take out $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 screens. If you're not doing demonstrations like we're doing on our level, you can't compare yourself to us. Like some person wants to sit there and argue, for example, and say that, hey, look, he should be to get more for his gunmetal. Why are we getting that much money for a gunmetal? Because we're taking out high-end performance screens. And we can go to forum sites and have conversations, but people actually own these screens and show that we're outperforming these screens. Dozens and dozens of videos of doing these tests in fully lit environments. But if you write on a container and say you're not ambient light rejection, that doesn't upgrade your product. It completely downgrades it, because ambient light rejection technology is needed in order to produce beautiful images across the screen. So how are you expecting to get the higher money if you basically can't perform the task that's needed to get there? So, I'll have those people will complain about how it's not fair that they can't get those big dollars. And they can't we shouldn't charge that much. We should be on their level, but they're not doing anything that's on our level. I can literally make this a matching better right now. You know how hard this would be for a lot of people for matching better to show a screen shifting and all that. Again, as I said before, we're on a different level, and that's why we can. But it's kind of like they feel like, oh, because you're a screen paint like me, you should be getting the same. And we're not. That's why we have matching better demonstrations. I got 6 or 7 of them floating around. Do a couple of them and get back with me. Other than that, when you write on a container, we have one person do that, write on a container and say, I'm not ambient light rejection Kenny. Well, why the heck are you challenging me? Why the heck are you coming to saying that you can do it for better, you can do it for less, and all this other nonsense? I'm the same thing, and yet you write on the container that nonsense. Yeah, there you go. There's a difference. Let me explain something to these individuals real quick. All screen paints are over the counter, every single one of them. If they're not over the counter, you're going to have a problem at the end of the day, because it means you're messing with raw elements that are not over the counter, and you're getting a chemical source from somewhere, and it's not properly mixed right. Keep in mind that even the chemicals that you get are over the counter, because you can buy them over the counter. When you buy chemicals that are not over the counter, this is a different element of chemical. Completely different element at its raw stage, which means you have to have proper licenses and zoning and everything in order to even have that stuff anywhere near you to begin with. And that most places won't even sell it to you, because you don't even have the license requirement nor the education in order to even have that stuff. You have to have proper storing for that stuff, proper disposal of that stuff. That stuff can affect the ecosystem. It can cause all kinds of hazardous problems like cancer or anything else could pop up out of that. So you have to know what you're doing when you're doing with that. So everything is over the counter. Keep in mind what makes a product different when it's over the counter. That's what you're going to have to prove. What makes your product different from all the other over-the-counter products? I told you a story about Betty and Jill. If I keep changing names, I still apologize. Betty and Jill both go to the supermarket. They both buy the same cake. She watches Betty pick up the same cake, pick up the same cake mix, the eggs, everything, the whole 9 yards. But for some reason, when they go to the bake sale, she always wins. Her cake doesn't taste like her cake. It's completely different, because Betty has figured out a secret recipe to put inside of her cakes to make them taste better than everybody else, even though she bought them from the same place everybody else got it, at the supermarket. That's what you have to learn to do. Make something that makes that product different from everybody else's product. And if you do that, what they call it at the end of the day, if you build a better mousetrap, the world will be your you know how that goes about the mousetrap anyway. But anyway, there's dozens of mousetraps out there. You figure a way to build it better, and you're a rich man. That's how it works. So if you're coming at me saying, oh, you're over the counter, everybody's over the counter. Literally, you, me, everybody, we're over the counter. What makes us different is the testing. And this is why the testing is extremely important, because the testing is what basically separates you from everybody else. That's why we have the match and better demonstrations. We can do demonstrations in fluid environments. We do them on low lumen projectors. We drop them on tables. We drop them on floors. We absorb sunlight, all this crazy stuff that we do. And we do those demonstrations and tests to show that, hey, we're not like you. We're different. This is what we do at the end of the day. And being different, and depending on what certified screens you take down, defines how much money you're going to be able to make off your product. You take out a $7,000 screen, how much money your screen jumps to? You can take out a $7,000 screen. There you go. So when you sit there and get mad and say you're over the counter, yeah, I am over the counter. Everybody's over the counter. You have to be. So with that being said, what makes your product different from everybody else's? There you go. That's what it comes down to. So when we see somebody make a statement like that way, it tells me at the end of the day, you don't know what you're doing. If you haven't figured that part out when you first started off, you don't know what you're doing. That's the first thing you realize when you first start developing screen paints. What makes my product different from everybody else? What must I do to show that my product is different from everybody else? That's when you first start figuring out what your product is, the identity of it, what it's designed to do. That's the first beginning stages of your product. If you haven't figured that out, you don't know what you're doing. All right, people, I'm loving this right here. I want to stick around a little longer. We got stuff to do. This is freaking, I'm loving this. I can't wait to do a whole wall on this thing. Thank you for your time. I got to go. Be safe out there. And we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for him, none of this would ever be possible. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.